What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin, and welcome back to my video, my mini series of problems with this gaming generation. In this video, I want to talk about too many remakes. I'm just gonna call it too many remakes. That's one thing that's become really big in this generation. I'm not sure if obviously it's just a pastime in between big releases, and a remake is a lot. It's inexpensive. You're basing it on an old engine. You just upgrading that engine slightly. You don't have to worry about making an entirely new game, new story, and some remakes have been pretty good. Resident Evil remake was good. Um, Last of Us, although it was a game that came out a year ago, I thought that was pretty good. It was already a good game, and it was a game that many people didn't experience it on PS3. But like I said, that game is one of the problems. Tomb Raider. There were some changes such as Laura's face, but certain games I just don't understand. Metro Last Light. I understand that was an upgrade, but you know, that's just one of the games. What's the DMC getting a re-release? And like I said, I already mentioned Tomb Raider. I had the game on the top of my head. Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is another game, and it's just of course, Grand Theft Auto. Would you even call that a remake? Because that's the game they initially wanted to come out with. If you look at E3, the year it was announced, where they actually showed gameplay, they showed the next gen version / PC version. And it's obvious. You look at the gameplay. You look at gameplay videos for how it was on Xbox One, PS4, PC, and go back and look at the footage they were advertising for Xbox 360, PS3. That's what There you go. And like I said, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's a way to bridge the gap in between big releases, either third party or first party exclusives. But it's too many games, man. I thought Saints Row got pretty much got remade for Xbox One. Okay, they seem to be remaking just about every game and it's not like they're remaking games that need an upgrade, such as a Resident Evil. The original Resident Evil's remake. That was a game that could deserve the upgrade. And it is a game people were willing to go back on. It's a game a lot of people haven't played. The younger generation has not played this game because, of course, they probably got into gaming last generation. So it's understandable with a game that's been out for that long. But when you got a game that came out last year, you got a game that came out 2 years ago. Hell, you got a game that came out, you could say 360 PS3 era. Unless it was early part of that era, that's understandable. When you get in the late parts, a lot of these games that are coming out came out in the late part of the generation where they were transitioning over to those new consoles. So and it's a way to make money. Each one of these videos I'm always going to talk about, it's a way for those companies to make money, and they've made a lot. Capcom said that they made a good amount of money on that Resident Evil remake. You got all these games that's being re-released. Type Zero, but I can't remember which Final Fantasy game that was HD remake of. Oh hell, to me, Square Enix did one of the worst things you could do. Okay, everybody wanted Final Fantasy VII to come out. Everybody wanted that to be completely redone, which it deserved to be redone. You look, you see what you got. You got what the PC version was when it released on PC, which is not much different than when it's not the changes that people wanted. It's not the completely redone, remastered. People wanted Final Fantasy VII remastered. Now, I'm not a big Final Fantasy player, or any games in that series. I'm not really big on those, but why would you release a game for a third time? Because it got released on PS3 again, then came out for PC. Now you're releasing it again on PS4 with barely any changes. So I'm confused about that. And it's another point. It's Final Fantasy. People are gonna buy it. It may not sell as much as a remastered version, but guess what? Less work, and they're gonna make it. Still gonna make a solid profit because it's not a bunch of games out right now. You're gonna next 2 or 3 months, you're gonna get some games. Hell, even this month, you're gonna get some games that's gonna come out. But next 2 or 3 months, well, at this point, there's really nothing out that that people haven't already beaten or that's been underwhelming. So people are gonna jump right on that. Like, well, I ain't got nothing else to play. Let me just buy it. $10, $15, how much ever it is, they're gonna get it. And these companies are making money hand over fist on games that came out last generation. Like I said, if it's a game that deserves a remake, cause Capcom, Power Stone, Rival Schools, Crazy Taxi, they got a whole Capcom versus SNK. All these games to be remade online. Hell, they don't even have to put actually new graphic. They can remake it. I guess improve the frame rate. I guess make the games look better because a lot of those games look more cartoony. But that's the company I can think of offhand that instead of making remakes for these, they made so many Resident Evil. Hell, Okami is another game they remade for next gen because that game came out. I won't say PS2 era. Great game, but it's a game that I think they could definitely remake for PS4. And those are the type of games that need to remake. Not games that we just got finished playing a couple years ago, or games that like DMC, people were asking for that. Sleeping Dogs. I mean, that game is okay, but a remake, whatever. But I think that's becoming a problem because a lot of remakes are holding back because a lot of companies feel as though they can come out remakes instead of coming out with brand new AAA titles. I would prefer AAA, a brand new title over any remake, unless it's a remake that's high up on my list of remakes that I really want to see. I would prefer a new game, a new IP, or a sequel, to whatever game they want to make a sequel to. Kind of need to tone down the remakes. I think they're gonna tone down a little bit once some more exclusives come out, once some more third-party games come out. For PS4, you do have Bloodborne coming out. You push forward to May, you have The Witcher, and in June you have Batman. So the games are gonna start to come out, and I think the remakes are gonna go down and down. But up to this point, you really haven't seen any slowdown in them. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. What do you think about remakes? I know I made a video talking about this, but I think it's definitely should be in this series as a problem with this gaming generation is remakes. More remakes than we've seen in a while. Even last generation, where I thought was pretty big, you get even more now. But let me know what you think down in the comment section about this topic. Of course, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. Subscribe. Thanks for watching.